I've woke up to 1,000 DMs saying you won't believe this Fenris bullshit. So, you know what? Before I get spoiled too much, let's jump in and take a look at these the news and patch notes. All right, Epic 7. So we've got new patch notes, some updates, some information, and we're going to go over it. I'm going to get a first look at this stuff along here with my chat and see what all the excitement is, what all the hype is. Hopefully Epic 7 is bringing some fire and that we're going to have some exciting stuff to do in the first week of May. So first things first, a PC client exclusive limited extra discount event. We're excited to announce a limited discount event. Players will receive a 10% discount on select items. So not on everything, but on select items when logging in through the PC client. More details first. So eligible paid items. So these following items, mostly they're Sky Stones, the Welcome Dash event, the Relay Summons, monthly summons. Okay, so some of the bread and butter stuff, not the special limited time packs, but the meat and potato packs are getting and Mystic packs too are getting a 10% discount if you buy through the PC client. That's all well and good, but still, if you want a bigger discount, you should maybe check out the Huawei app. And that's why I want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Huawei AppGallery. Huawei AppGallery is once again cooperating with Epic 7 to bring you insane discounts, 15, 18, 20, even 30% and more off of your in-game purchases when you use the AppGallery. These promotions are going to run for the next several months. You're going to find coupons and discounts and rewards, all to maximize your responsible dolphin or whale activities. Now, I have an instructional video linked in the description that will show you a step-by-step process for how to get started on these savings, how to get the AppGallery installed on your device and up and running. But if the process still confuses you or you hit a stumbling block, Huawei has invited you to their Discord server. There'll be a link to that in the description as well. And on this server, you're going to find tutorials and a helpful team of people ready to answer your questions. Huawei also runs promotions on a regular basis and also hosts giveaways, so make sure you join that Discord server. So, what's stopping you? Get in there and get those sweet, sweet deals. All right. Discontinuation of rank up pack sales. Whoop-de-doo. So some packs are going away that aren't selling and aren't really viable anymore. Special weekend buff and daily energy gift. Everyone was like, is there going to be a buff event this weekend? Last weekend didn't have a buff event, and I'm kind of going through withdrawals, and I gotta get my buff event because it's been like a whole week without a buff event, and I'm tweaking, man. I'm tweaking. I gotta have my buff event. It's crazy. They've been doing buff events every weekend so much that they skipped one weekend, and everybody lost their goddamn minds. So I'm wondering if we're moving towards a standard of just every weekend is going to be a special weekend buff event, because it feels like it recently. But yeah, we're getting a full-on buff event this weekend, and that's great. A lot of people who are wanting to spend Leafs, I think the reason people, and I'm making fun of y'all, but let's be real, the reason everybody wants a buff event is this carrot event is going on, and the carrot event is so good to farm that people want to dump their Leafs, but they want to dump their Leafs when it's best return on investment. And thankfully, Smogate's recognized that, and they're bringing back the buff event weekend again this weekend, so you will be able to grind out your Leafs while grinding out your carrots. And free unequip. Again, we know that Fenris and Auden are having their rework after maintenance, and anytime they change the kit on any hero, it triggers an unequip event. So not really special, kind of expected. So effective probably now. There should be a free unequip event up and running, along with the Burning Passion packs to buy more leaves. And what else do we have? 6th World Episode Dungeon Event Showdown Field now available. Episode 6 Showdown Event Dungeon Event. Okay, the final battleground that determines the fate of Orbis. Collect Ruel's rabbit cookies in the dungeon. Showdown Field and earn various rewards. Okay. Showdown Field unlocks after clearing the 6th World. Chapter 2.8 Encounters with the Covenant. Upon clearing the dungeon, players can obtain currency. The stage difficulties will consist of 3 levels: normal, easy, hard. Normal, easy, hard. Okay. Is this... And there's additional. Is this replacing the goblin thing where we spell gold to get charms? Is this kind of a limited time thing that's replacing that? Because it looks like it's got a similar shop, or is this something brand new? Hey, there's a 5-star artifact in here too. And some gear and charms. Wow. Really, really good level 85 gear. Like one stat off maximum. Okay. Man, making new player guides with crappy gear feels like a waste of time now, since Smaug's just like, here's some badass gear. So this is a pretty good event. Yeah, and it's got charms in it, so it's gonna be loaded with other things to buy. It feels like a continuation of the carrot event. It's just instead of carrots, we got these cookies. So I'm very interested to see where this goes and what this artifact is. They don't mention this artifact anywhere, do they? Kayron and Shepherd of the Hollow drop rate up. Okay, for those of you who just love Kayron and he is your husbando, or you really like the bunny skin for reasons, go ahead and grab that, I guess. But he's not that usable in the game, and though his artifact is pretty good on evasion units, thieves are kind of on the out, so I would hard skip this banner. I don't think there's anything worth pulling on, anything worth your Skystones for Kayron, not going into the summer, the season of limiteds. So I would be very, very cautious if you're a new player. I know he looks cool. He's an edgelord. He's an arbiter, or an acolyte. But yeah, just maybe give Kayron a pass unless you just love the guy. Maintenance tonight. Get your Guild Wars done at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 3 a.m. UTC. The game will be down. And we will do our post-maintenance podcast tonight. We'll be joined by Ace Trainer and Coven. I wanted to get a couple Legend Masters to talk about RTA now that the new RTA season has started. And let's see. And that's it, except for the update content. Let's check out this update content. Okay. Let's take a look at what we have in store for you this week's update. Players will be able to view these updates after the maintenance. Okay, so we have got, this is what they're talking about, the Epic 7 Origins Snowdown Field after maintenance. It is in the, you can see it over here. It is in the events tab. So it, right here with the carrot exchange, it looks like something new. So great. I love new things. Radiant Hope. There's your rewards from doing the Snowdown Field. Renok's surprise check-in. Okay, Renok, what are you bringing for us? So this is the entire month of May. New Kid, Auden, and Fenris getting their exclusive equipment. And their balance adjustment triggering the free on equip event. Okay, so Kayron and Shepherd of the Hollow, hard skip for all you new players. He looks really, really cool. He is not very useful early, mid, or late game. There's not a lot of place for him. I expect to see him on a balance patch soon. So if you want to pull him as an investment hero or as a collector's item, sure. But he's not going to do that much for you. Green Bologna is fantastic early game. So if you want to pick up Green Bologna for some PvE stuff, you can go for it. I will caution you that the summer is the season of limited units. We'll have Frida and Ida being rerun, as well as 2 more summon units, 2 more summer units to summon on. So it's at least 4 limited units heading your way. Also, usually, I know we've been saying collab for, I don't know, 7 months now, but surely it's going to happen sooner or later. So just be careful about spending your bookmarks, even though she's really, really good. Be careful about spending your bookmarks in this game with so many limiteds heading our way, unless you don't mind spending a little bit. And Ken and Sansara Prayer Beads. Ken doesn't really have a place in the game. The only place Ken is super big used right now is in hunts for a guaranteed one-shot, and not that easy to build that team. Definitely not new player friendly. Okay, the Mystic rotation, Ruel of Light, Judge Kisei, Commander Pavel, and Bellion. So we got 4 light, wow, they're all light heroes. They are not showing us the 4-star on the summon. So some people are assuming that Surin is going to be the new, Dark Surin is going to be the 4-star on this, but she could also be the 4-star on the next one after. So we may get a new 4-star or we may get a rerun 4-star. Don't know yet. Between you and me, I think it probably won't be Surin's time. I think her animation was at a level that she wasn't quite ready for release yet. By this time, I think probably we'll go through this as just a full-on rotation, and then we will go into probably ML Aria, and then after that, we'll go into another rerun rotation, and that's probably where Surin will drop. Maybe, probably. We'll have to see. So that's it, huh? There's no, maybe they'll mention it in the balance patch. I was just expecting there to be some information about the RTA loner units, the Constellation, the Zodiac event that they're talking about. Feels a little watered down. I mean, it's only a 45-second update summary, so I guess I can't expect too much, but let's see what is all in this update. So, balance hero adjustments. So we've seen this before. Fenris and New Kid Auden are getting their balance adjustments. Fenris is getting a 50% CR push to the back row units, and they said this was in preparation for their exclusive equipments. New Kid Auden is when she gets vigor, she'll do additional injury, pop damage, kind of like Death Dealer Ray. And Soulburn is letting it AoE attack, and she's going to counter attack on her. You started this skill, and they reduced her cooldown on her nuke on her S3. So the New Kid Auden and Fenris exclusive equipment. Fenris's exclusive equipment's an attack-based exclusive equipment, which makes sense. He's an attack-based ranger. An arrow crafted from the interwoven branches of the Tree of Genesis, while powerful on its own, inflicts devastating damage to those who are infused with the tree's power. Missile Tien. God damn it, Smilegate. Okay, Soaring Arrow dispels 1 additional debuff from all allies when using Soaring Arrow. Who cares? Unwavering Will. When facing Harsetti as an enemy, grants Will of Purification. Applies only to PvP. Will of Purification increases fighting spirit gain by 100% at the start of the first battle, increasing combat race by 50%. Jesus fucking Christ. Are we this afraid? Are we really this afraid of just saying we need to adjust this hero, we need to balance this hero, that we're going to take an unpopular hero and give it an artifact to Silver Bullet, a hero that has an 80% ban rate? Okay, unaffected by the effects of reduced combat readiness, increases the caster, remains in effect even after reviving. Lovely. Strike of Fate increases damage dealt by Strike of Fate by 10%. Okay, so if you're only going to ever use Fenris in PvE, you get Strike of Fate, and you use him in, I guess, expeditions. Soaring Arrow, nobody's going to use this. Everyone's getting Unwavering Will. Let's be real. Harsetti is a problem. Harsetti has an 80+% ban rate. She's widely regarded as the least popular hero in Epic 7. She is, ever since she came out, she's been a problem for the game. They wasted an entire limited units kit, Senya, on trying to fix Harsetti, and all they did is make her Harsetti's best friend. We've been down this road before, where there's been a problem hero that they just can't seem to stop, and they just keep releasing units to go after. But this is the first time I think they've ever specifically called out a hero by name in the description. And that's bad design. We're going to try to do everything we can to fix it, up to including just saying, yeah, this other unit that nobody likes or uses, well, now you're forced to use him, and you're stuck with him on your team now. He's just basically to get rid of this one unit, to Silver Bullet this unit out of the team, and now you've got to try to figure out how to win the fight with this garbage can unit on your team, because Fenris does not have good PvP interaction. So yeah, This will solve a lot of arena problems, I guess, but I don't like this style of addressing heroes. We acknowledge she's a problem. Here's an EE that specifically is designed to target this one unit that's a problem, and it, at the same time gets you to use an RGB unit that nobody really likes, and that doesn't really have a kit that's viable in any other place in the game. So, I don't know. I'm not sure this is going to fix anything, and it's a sloppy, bad game design way to fix it. It really is. This is embarrassingly lazy. I like that they're trying to address the problem that is Harsetti. I like that they're trying to give us ways to fix it, but this isn't it, guys. This is not the way they should be handling things, and whoever at the bounce team thought this was a good idea should have his job threatened and his course of action reevaluated. New Kid Auden. What'd they do for New Kid Auden? Okay, so they're straight up giving her 20%, 20% gear score. They're giving her some solid stats with Binding Knot. Thank you for making it a name I can pronounce. I mean, what the frick is a mistletoe? Big boost to crit chance, an ornament designed to suppress her innate violence. At least they didn't turn her into a cat like Kitty Clarissa. It guides her into choose. Why couldn't they give this ornament to Kitty Clarissa? Why'd they have to change her into a cat? That's so mean. It guides her into choosing the right moment to unsheath her blade in accordance with the promise she made to her grandfather. Okay, so there's one for each of her skills. An opening absorbs some of the damage dealt as health when using opening. Okay, so this is neat, right? Because an opening they made into an AoE skill on soul burn. That means it'll do such tremendous damage. It's probably going to be nearly, if not definitely, a full heal for her. So they gave her some self-sustain with the S1 skill, which means you could maybe not run her on lifesteal set. You could run her on other sets. You started this effect increases combat range by additional 5%. So we're going to go from a where is it? You started this from a 20% to a 25% CR push. I mean, okay, I guess it cycles her. And Scattered Petals, Falling Leaves increases the damage dealt by 10%. All right, so if you want her nuke to nuke, then you go for Scattered Petals. If you want to go with some sustain, you go with an opening so that you can be a little self-sustaining. But people that already use Auden, maybe they'll use her a little bit more. I mean, her S3 already hits like a fucking truck. I guess it really just depends how you're going to build her and how you're going to play her, whether you go with the S1 EE or the S3 EE. We'll have to see how she plays out. Her kit is already kind of lackluster. The detonating injuries, though, is pretty sick, especially when it can be an AoE injury detonation combined with a nuke. I think Auden might find some uses now. We'll just have to see. Oh, good point. An opening absorbing health when using an opening, it doesn't say on her turn, so you could run her on a counter set now and give her some self-sustain on counter as well. All right, so you can buy this stuff in the shop, and because we're getting 2 new exclusive equipments, Veronica and Infinite Horizon Acades will be added to the Steel Workshop, so you can get their EEs there as well. Oh, here's the artifact that was in the new event. So they did reveal it. Frantic Flight. So, out of breath, the witch Scenaria frantically poured her magic into her broom. I guess that is a broom. Narrowly dodging the grasp of the phantom wind, escalated by a hair. It's a straight up stat stick, increasing critical hit chance by 10%. And then after attacking, increases critical hit chance or attack and critical hit damage by 2%, can stack up to 6 times, by 4%, stack up to 6 times. 4%, 24. Okay, so they said Espa is not coming back. Here's Rocket Punch. Espa is definitely not coming back. Here's the POS artifact, and it's upgraded. So this is just an upgraded POS artifact, which makes me think POS is still going to be a thing in Hall of Trials. You're just going to want to pick up this artifact to do it. And they are making it limited since it's part of this event artifact thing. Okay. Drop rate up for Kayron, hard skip for new players. Hall of Trials boss is changing. How much you want to bet the Hall of Trials boss is going to want Frantic Flight as an artifact? You think? Maybe? I bet you it is. Rampaging Astromancer Elena. A new shop will be added. New packs. We love new packs. The Memories of the Sixth World lobby pack. Oh, guys. I was worried about nothing. Look at that. Right there it is. Purchase condition, 900 Skystones. Limit purchase once per count. So the whole pack, 900 Skystones. That's not bad. It's nice that you get a little something extra. Half of a skin and cosmetics. And if you bought the Epic Pass for 900 Skystones, it's a full skin worth of cosmetics. It's 60 total. Okay, and fixing an issue where certain elements were displayed abnormally. Great. Issue where pre-revamped catalysts appeared in certain heroes. I had some of you guys report this one to me, so I'm glad they're addressing it, where OG catalysts were showing up instead of the new ones. They're fixing that. Summon probability pop-up will update to display featured artifacts with drop rates at the top. Great. An issue where Phantom Inferno Kawazu's burn effect would detonate under certain conditions will be fixed. Okay. Labyrinth compasses appeared in the guild shop in the Japan server. Okay. An issue where heroes deployed cannot be deselected when setting up Guild War offense will be fixed. Certain tooltips will be adjusted. Feels like they're missing several of the things we reported. One of the things we reported is a lot of the specialty changes can't be completed because they want you to do things that can't be done anymore. Like Captain Ricorus. You need to fight 500 monsters in Terranor. There's no more monsters in Terranor to fight. So you legitimately can't complete a specialty change. It's one of several, so hopefully they get done taking about that, or they get on top of fixing that. That it? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit let down here because I was expecting, with the RTA season to start, I was expecting them to introduce the RTA loner units, right? Where you would get 10 units that you could just select to make playing RTA easier. I'm really surprised that didn't come out today. Maybe it'll be a little bit later. And I'm kind of expected the Constellation event to come out. And I kind of expected maybe a little bit of a teaser on what the next Rift is going to look like, but I guess that is several weeks away, so that might have been overambitious. But really, where's our Constellation PvE that was promised a month ago? And where the RTA thing? I think that's the thing that I really expected the most, the loner heroes. But yeah. So what do you guys think? Are you happy for this? I love that they are adding the new farming system, the new event, the new farming event. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that they're trying to find ways to address Arceti, since she is, I mean, love her or hate her, she is the most controversial unit in the game. And if you love her, you are in the minority. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It doesn't mean you're bad for enjoying your time with Arceti. It just means the community has basically spoken, and 80% of the community say this unit is so bad, we're never going to let her see the light of the day in the game. I like that they're finding ways to counter her. I just don't like the sloppy, lazy way of doing it by having you're forced to use a specific unit who has a specific skill, who calls a unit out by name. It is such bad design to call a unit out by name. Not a fan. Not a fan. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you guys have a great rest of your week. See you tonight for the Maintenance Podcast.